Hey, my people. Hey, I never see you. Wonder, 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 wonder. Only in Nigeria will this kind of thing happen. I saw the news yesterday and I was like, no, this cannot be real. Like, this cannot be true because nobody in their right senses will go this far just because you don't want people to go to your opponent's hometown to vote. You then destroy the road leading to your opponent's hometown, citing the excuse of the fact that there was a bomb blast in Kogi when before Buhari visited Kogi State, and you do not want a reoccurrence of that. Like, wow, wow, like, wow. Hey, Jesus. Anyway, before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, just know that you're missing a lot because this is where all your family members are at. So why are you not here? Subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so that you will be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, please leave your comments in the comment section. I love to hear from you. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. A few hours to the important presidential and parliamentary elections, Governor Yahaya Bello acknowledged demolishing major highways leading to the Kogi Central Senatorial area, which is where Natasha Akpoti, the opposition senatorial candidate, lives. In defense of the action, Mr. Bello cited a bomb blast that happened on December 29 while President Muhammadu Buhari was in Kogi State as evidence that it was a preventative measure to dissuade terrorists from wreaking havoc on the local population, according to a statement made on February 24 and signed by Kingsley Fanwood, the State Commissioner for Information and Communications. One of the measures arrived at was to restrict the number of routes to the flash points to enable security agents to properly mount effective surveillance on the other access roads for the safety of the people. Ms. Akpoti, who has considerable power in some areas of the state, has characterized the construction of highways linking to areas seen as stronghold as politically motivated. Ms. Akpoti claims that the digging on election night was a deliberate attempt to keep election officials from reaching the five local government districts in her senatorial district. The excavation, according to Ms. Akpoti, would make it challenging for security professionals to reach her and save her in the case of an assault. Although Mr. Bello is not on the ballot, he intends to win the majority of votes on Saturday for members of the All Progressive Congress (APC). The Kogi governor has often sworn fealty to Bola Tinubu, the APC's front-runner for the presidency. However, many social media users have reacted to the development. See some reactions below. Mes says Yahaya Bello has created opportunity for those towns to sympathize with Natasha Akpoti and vote massively against APC. Yeah, this is a fact. All he has successfully done is that people will start having pity for the other opponents, saying that now because everybody has the notion that Bello has destroyed this road. How can you start construction on the night of election? Just how? Construction you did not think of starting before. On the night of election, that is when you now start constructing one road. That is when you remember that you have a contract to construct road. Imagine. Which means people will start sympathizing with the opponent, and eventually they will all vote for her, even those that do not want to vote for her before, because of what Yahaya Bello has done. they will decide to change their mind. Anyway, guys, let's continue. This one says, what does that mean? Another person says, if we are being honest, many of these politicians should be going to jail after their tenure. True, true. Because yesterday I was like, no, this cannot be true. Like, it's not possible. How can you purposely destroy roads leading to your opponent's village just because you don't want people to vote for them? It's really bad, though. It's official that this man is going to prison as soon as he finishes his term as governor. Correct. Olumide said, unfortunately, he has forgotten how he became governor of Kogi State, forgetting that it was by divine favor that he became the governor, but people are quick to forget humble beginnings. The heart of man is desperately wicked. That's how I can define him. Of course, when you are still suffering, like when you are still, people say when you are still poor, you don't have money. That is when you are humble. But if you want to know the true dignity of a man, the integrity of a man, just just become rich. That is when you know that true character, that innate character that is in that man's heart. That is when you know the true person that person is. If you have not gotten into position, if you're not in power, power no go shark you, but just have a small taste of power. That is when you now start being overzealous. You start overacting just because you have tasted how power is. That is this man. I think if I remember correctly, the person that was supposed to be the governor, the person who won the election, died in Kogi State. That was how this man became governor. He wasn't even supposed to be the governor. I think he wasn't even the deputy. If I can remember correctly, please correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. The deputy was the one that was supposed to, assume the position since the person who won the election died. But somehow, some way, they decided to go and pick someone else instead of automatically just using the deputy. That they both won the election. The deputy should have assumed that position since the person is dead, but they just decided to pick someone from another place, someone from nowhere, to assume that power. He has forgotten how he got to power, like that comment said. He has forgotten, because if he remember, he will humble himself and act wisely. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Subscribe if you haven't, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.